If we keep trying to push Israel in secret talks and trying to appease and thumb our nose in Yah's face and trying to destroy what Yah has given the children of Israel as their rightful inheritance, we will suffer in the United States immensely. If you get around, read John McTiernan. He speaks about the signs and the tribulation and the destruction and disaster that comes every time we try to force Israel into peace talks. And also, Israel is in sin with the Lord too for trying to go against the covenant that he made with Abraham, that he made with Israel, the covenant that he made with them by dividing it amongst the children and the descendants of Esau. Because he makes it clear, Jacob I loved, Esau I despise. Into that discussion. The next thing. This was something that was given to me from the Lord. I had an open vision and I was wide awake. And this was given to me 4/21/2009. And this was in proportionate relationship to what's going on with the flooding. And he even gave me a vision this year about the flooding. This is what he gave me. I saw 3 angels with swords. One was on land and with 1 foot on the sea. The next one was standing on the ocean. The third one in the air. The one that was in the air began to stir the weather. The sky was cloudy, dark, and gray. Every work that pertained to water they controlled, and everything in the water, air, the water on dry land, they controlled by Yah's order. Now, everything and all this correlates. Ezekiel 29, Hosea chapter 4, this vision that the Lord gave me of the angels, all correlate. Every bit of it correlates. Because the angel that stands on the sea is the one that controls and keeps watch over boats, the sea creatures. That angel, by the hand of the Lord and the word of the Lord, brings in tsunamis, stirs the ocean. And the angel that is up in the sky, and they all 3 had swords, remember, so we know that the Lord has been dealing with a lot of you who are prophets and seers about a sword coming on the land. So we know what the sword means. It means destruction, disaster, death. Yah's judgment, okay? And the one that was in the air, the sky was like this dark with a mixture of black and dark gray, and he started to stir the atmosphere. Well, we know that he controls tornadoes, hurricanes, thunderstorms, hail, and rain. He decides by Yah's judgment, or as Yah will allow him, and by Yah's hand, he decides how much is going to rain, where it's going to rain, for how long, and he decides when it's going to stop. Okay? The next one, on the land. This is what he has control over. He has control over creeks, rivers, streams, dams, underground springs, and he has assignment over directing where the water will go when it comes in from the sea. And while the one on the sea and him, both, they decide together how far the water is going in. So, again, I was given this 4/21/2009. We know that all of this is correlating. Now, this is the vision that the Lord have given me. And I had this the first week of January. It was a waking vision. I saw a woman pulling her son. He was 16 or 17. She had blonde hair. She was about 38 to 43. And she had light blonde hair, and it was up in a bun. And she kind of looked like she had lived a hard life. And they both were muddy. The son was dead. She was pulling him up out of miry, dirty, thick flood water mud. Again, these floods are going all over the planet. So this to me pertains to here, to the United States of America. But also it's a double-edged sword in a way, because it also reflects what Elohim is doing in places like Australia, Pakistan. China's receiving flooding. India's receiving flooding. There are places in South Asia that are receiving flooding. So we know what the Lord is trying to do. Trying to not only cleanse the earth, but release his wrath on those that refuse to repent. My thing is this: if you don't know the Lord, get your life right, because these storms are coming. And when these storms come and the water comes, it's coming in an unprecedented fashion. The water is falling within matter of hours. 4 hours. Some places are receiving 60 feet of water in 4 hours. Okay, a month's worth of rain that's a month's worth of rain for some places on the planet. That's 6 months worth of rain for some places on the planet. We're seeing massive destruction, and the hurricanes are going to intensify, because Adonai Elohim, his wrath is going into these storms in a magnitude we have never seen before. And this earth is going to be cleansed in a way this year that is just, as we would call, the beginning of a car wash in a way. When we go through the car wash and we put in the money, we've got about 5 or 10 cycles. And I really believe, like any of the prophets, I believe that the Lord is revealing that the United States has less than 10 years left of her natural given life by God. Okay? I believe that the world may also have 10 years left when it comes to World War III and the things that are getting ready to occur. I believe in my heart that if we would return to the Lord and repent for everything and come before him again, that he will delay the destruction of the United States like he did Nineveh for 40 years. It is not God's will that he would have to flood or send the angels to hurt man, because the angels are not meant to hurt us. They're meant to help us and to guide us and to assist us and do the work of the Lord and to minister and to be with us in visions and dreams for those that have that high calling.